working correctly. So I got my other phone. It's been a minute since we did a live stream. Actually, I'm up early, so yeah, I did get a couple hours of sleep tonight. Let me get my cell phone up so I can keep up with the chat, because I'm bad about that. Also got to check audio, make sure everything's good, so bear with me. All right, good old live streams. All right, guys, checking audio. Good old live streams. All right, guys, check. I got audio. All right, welcome back. Yeah, I got a busy week starting up this week. Well, Monday actually. Late grows in Alaska. Yes, it's early for me. I just woke up actually. Foggy Mountain, good to see you. Unvac, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Coffee Pot, good to see you, my friend. Hey, brother, up late. Nope, I'm early. I got a busy day today. But I want to do a real quick live stream because we haven't really done much of it. I want to talk about prepping, and I also want to talk about the stuff in the news, guys, and the stuff we see on YouTube. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I attacking any YouTuber. That's not it. But I'm pretty much subscribed to the same channels you guys are, and I have been for a very long time. We've only had our channel for 3 years, as of April, 3 years. So most of you guys and gals I've met through other communities. You know, we're all on the same type of channels and stuff, and I see the uptick on everything with the conflict going on overseas, quite possibly leading into a global conflict. All right, these are valid concerns. In my opinion, they are. Okay, it's nothing to be fearful about. It really isn't. I'm guessing we're still live. My phone just did something stupid. All right, it's showing that I'm live on this, so I guess we're good. There's nothing to be fearful about. We prep for a reason. All right, and I see the comments here on the channel, and I guess we lost connection there for a minute. Let me spin my chair around. All right, so we're back. Yeah, imagine that. Sorry about that, guys. So, what's this thing y'all call sleep? Redneck prepper. Yeah, right. So I want to discuss, you know, my thoughts on this, and because I'm reading into the community and stuff, people are actually scared of the possibility of conflict. I get it. I get it. The reason why we push our weekly prep videos, guys, is very... Oh, man, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm on the Wi-Fi now, so with the cell phone data. We've been having some issues out here. They've been working on our towers and stuff, so I apologize for the mess up. I'm on the cell data now. Hopefully that's buffering badly, Dragon Slayer. No, it's me. It's my connection. So now we're on cell data, so hopefully everything's working good now. Looks good on my end anyway. Back on topic. You know, we do the weekly preps. This is just me showing you guys, be prepared, not scared. Yeah, exactly. This is just me showing you guys what we are doing, okay? We try to go every week to the store and get dry goods as far as beans, rice, pastas, whatever you can think of that stores long term. These are simple foods, okay? And they last a very long time. Now, we do take the next step up. We go and we get the Mylar now. We started off with just vacuum sealing. And then I learned how to do better with the vacuum seal using oxygen absorbers. Then we eventually graduated up to Mylar. And I had a conversation with one of our community here. Why did I quit using Mylar? Why am I using expensive? Why did I quit using vacuum seal? Why am I just now promoting the Mylar? Well, we're affiliated with the Mylar company. And in all honesty, Mylar lasts longer. It does. It's a better UV protection than clear vacuum seal. I've never had a Mylar fail on me. Now, with that being said, is there a possibility of a bad seal on a Mylar bag? Yeah, there is. Of course there is. Good thing about the sealer we got, I can Just run a strip down it and seal it back up. But I like Mylar. You know, we show these things. You know, I just show you guys what we do here. You don't have to do what we do, it's just what we do. When it comes to canned goods, I eat canned goods. I eat fresh vegetables. I eat fresh meat. But I still stockpile these things, and they are part of my diet. When it comes to canned goods, guys, this is a normal rotational stock. It is best buy of most canned goods is 2 to 4 years, sometimes 5, just depends on what it is. And that's a best buy. That's produced by a manufacturer for the best tasting, best whatever. All it is a sales gimmick to put more stuff on the shelf. That's it. Does food last longer? It does, as long as you store it correctly. Okay? If you have it temperature controlled, it's going to last a very long time. Your dry goods, canned goods, they'll last a very long time. With anything that's past date, do your testing on it. Smell it first. All right? No smell. Taste a little bit of it, spit it out. Kind of like when you're out in the woods, checking out a plant, a berry or something like that. Okay? Same scenario. No ill effect. Eat a small portion. Wait. See if anything happens. Then eat a little bit more. Wait. As long as you're passing these tests over a span of time, you should be good. But here on this platform, you got to be careful what you say. We're liable for what we say. All right. Believe it or not, they consider me what's known as an influencer. I'm a redneck in an outdoor kitchen. Yeah. That's it. I just show you what we do on a daily basis. I'm no influencer. Hopefully people learn from my mistakes, and hopefully people learn from what experience I've picked up. And a lot of it, I'll learn from other people. I'll learn a lot from right here in the community. I've learned a lot from other YouTube creators that are preppers. I mean, I always talk about Alaska Prepper. Great dude. Greatest dude I've ever met in my life. Never met him in person. We just talk on the phone. He really influenced me as a person, especially here on YouTube and also with my prepping. All right. We have the availability to can and stuff like that, but our living situation, it doesn't work in our living situation, so we don't. But we have a lot of equipment. I used to can growing up. That was a normal thing. I grew up in the mountains of North Carolina. We canned everything. We dehydrated, we dried out, we salt cured. That was our way of life. But I keep the canners, the pressure cookers, the cans, the jars, the lids, all this. We keep all that stuff stocked up. So when it comes to when we have to use them, we got them. So right fast, the redneck prepper. Good to see you, my friend. I am probably behind in chat. I do apologize. I got this phone here, so give me a second, guys. Let me get in here. I'll get back into the thing I wanted to talk about with being scared. Don't be scared, guys. We see other YouTubers, and hey, I cover what goes on too. All right. It's everything from a hot topic that most of us want to discuss and either lend our advice and insight. And some of the big channels have better contacts. Okay. I watch a lot of the larger channels, Canadian Prepper, Full Spectrum Survival, just to name a couple right there. I've been watching these guys for a very long time. They got better contacts than I've got. So when they're speaking, I'm listening while I'm doing something else. I'm always listening to what's going on around me. When it comes to news, if someone's giving out news articles and stuff I can easily get access to while I'm working on everything else, I'm listening. Always check up on your own. Always check up on your own. Now, if it comes down to a global conflict, guys, Miss Ghetto, good to see you. I thought I saw Ghetto in here too. Ghetto, if I saw you, brother, good to see you. And Hawkeye, good to see you, my friend. If it comes down to a global conflict, and in my honest opinion, I think it will. I think it will. Multiple reasons. One, the biggest, of course, the largest tinfoil hat moment ever, is if they're going to have a new world, you know the word, they got to have a reset. Have to have it. Only way to make that happen is conflict, large scale. All right. So that's one of the reasons why I believe it will come into play. Second, resources. The resources, guys. Wars have been fought over resources throughout history. You know, I've been getting more and more involved with some of the other channels that are not preppers, but you know, they do other things like Silver Slayer. I've been watching his channel for a good while now. He's a silver stacker. And, you know, he made a good point about the Green New contract. Let's put it that way. Everything's going to be EVs and solar and all that good stuff. But one of the biggest component is silver itself. If you guys do a little research, the COMEX is empty. That's the stocks of registered silver for trade. It's empty. You have to have that to do that. Another resource. It's going to be interesting what falls out on that. I mean, I don't know. We stack a little bit of it, and we stack it for bartering. You know, it might be a way of transferring wealth. Maybe I'm just looking at the past and trying to make a decision on it. That's what I'm trying to do. I have always said this, and I'll continue to say it. Make sure you have food. Make sure you have medical supplies. Make sure you have things that sustain your life before you ever go buy a single ounce of silver. You guys see, I'm going to be doing another buy tomorrow. But that's because I've already got all these other things in place. Don't go drop your 401 and all this other stuff in silver. I mean, personally, I think the fiat's not going to last. The American dollar, the petrodollar, I spoke on this in the past. I'm trying to get some authorities in that field here on the channel. Somebody that actually knows the technical ins and outs of these type of things. So, you know, have somebody more educated to discuss it with us. I'm trying to get that set up here on the channel, guys. So hopefully here in a couple weeks, I'll be able to make that happen. But make sure you got food first. Miss Ghetto, I saw that you put something about grow your own garden too. Yes. We'll talk about that right fast, guys. I've seen it many times here that I have seeds. That's huge. All right. Definitely have seeds. But you need to be working in the garden. You need to learn how to till up your land. You need to learn how to fertilize, make crops, grow crops, harvest crops, grow to seeds, and secure those seeds. These are some of the things that we've covered on our channel before. We've got, I don't know, over 1,000 videos now in 3 years. Yeah, I know it's easy to get lost in the wave of videos. I know, guys. I try to organize it in playlists. It can be a pain in the butt looking for it. I know, I got to restructure. But you need to learn these skills. All right, we need to stock up. The canned goods and dry goods, guys, that's a normal rotational stock. As long as, I mean, we actually have over 2 years now, but it's a rotational stock. We are always using it and always replacing it. That is to be there for when everything happens. Food too expensive to buy, too many shortages, not enough product out there for everyone to get. That's to last you between growing seasons. Have your seeds. All right, have your seeds, but you need to be learning these skills. You need to learn how to grow food. You need to learn how to secure that food as far as canning, dehydration, and growing to seed, all right, for your next garden. But that's why I push a year supply of normal food. That way you have food in between growing seasons. If you have a growing season just bomb out on you, you still got food back. All right, yeah, I'd rather be self-reliant on just my garden, but a garden takes up a lot of room to feed a family for a year. It really does. It's a lot of land. Now, I've seen the comments, I grow indoors, I grow on my windowsill. Those are nice. Absolutely, grow where you can. But it's not, if that's all you have, that's not enough to keep you alive for a full year. All right, let's be honest with ourselves on this. That's what my channel is. We try to be as honest as we can. If it hurts, I'm not trying to be hurtful. I'm trying to make sure everybody's ready for when it happens. See here, I saw Guardian. Where you at, man? There you are. There are rumors of my little country down here going into a civil conflict. Great to see you, brother. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing against your country at all. We got a good friend out of Australia. He's been emailing me a lot. He's got a lot of stuff going on there in Australia. They're watching, and it's just adding up to it. What we get by news media, we get what they want us to hear. That's it. That's it. The internet is what narrative's being pushed. I mean, let's be honest with things, guys. The internet's used as information, all right, but it's always governed. It's always watched. It's always being pushed a certain way. It is. Tracy, good to see you, my friend. Weirdo thing the other day, I cut up sweet peppers for a dehydrator and had no seeds in them. Store-bought peppers, it was weird. And yeah, some fruits, vegetables are engineered. You know, we call them GMOs. They're engineered. They're good for one crop only. That's it. I mean, they're designed that you always have to buy seeds again. You can't regrow from the seeds. Also, I've shown in the past getting pintos, kidney beans, things like that, and testing those to see if those seeds are viable to regrow. The large majority of them are. All you gotta do is just take some out, and you can actually plant them and see if they sprout. Don't be surprised if some of them don't. A lot of beans and fruits, a large majority of them, actually, I think it's by law, all of them, but don't hold me to that. But I do know a large majority of them, when they come in from a different country, they get irradiated to kill off bacteria, germs, things like that, that could be on those seeds or fruit and vegetables, and it kills the reproduction on those seeds. So just take a little bit out, sample them, you know, see if they grow. You don't have to grow completely, but as long as they're sprouting, you should be good. But I haven't had major issues with them. I buy from everywhere I can. Whoever's got a good deal on them, I buy them. But I haven't really run into major issues with the beans. The last garden I grew kidneys, green beans, and pintos, large bags of them, and I didn't have any problem. My limas never came up. When I tried doing lima beans out here, they never sprouted. All right, scrolling through here. Farmer Son Prepping, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? I did see a comment a minute ago, and I'm sorry I missed that, my friend. I set a 20-ounce goal for silver, almost there. That's an awesome goal there. I don't go over exactly what my goals are, mainly because my face is here, and you know, there's security issues there. I mean, most people that stack silver on the internet, you never see their face. They just have a little table there showing it, you know. But here I am. What I don't do is I don't tell you where I put things, you know. Same thing with preps. I give ideas as much as possible. Some are vague a little bit because I don't want certain things coming back towards me, like, yeah, I know where he's got certain stuff put. So I'm vague on some things, but you know, I had some people ask about storage. You know, they didn't want to put in the ground because they have real bad winters, and the frost level, like the property I have out in North Dakota, the frost level is like 48 inches, 52 inches down. That's a lot of digging. And then trying to break ground when it's frozen, you're going to need a backhoe if you're lucky. But an outside building. Now, an outside building, price of lumber is still stupid. But an outside building, you can get one of these prefab ones for about $2,000 to $3,000. Save up, you get one of those. But I did say it's got to be temperature controlled, right? You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, you can get panel board, insulation panel board, and usually they have a window, and you can put a window unit in that, and as long as you have a way of providing power to that, you got storage right there on site if you wanted to, if you have it in your backyard, whatever. That's an idea. Again, I don't recommend you to put everything in one spot. Now, if you're in a rural area, and when I say rural area, I mean, you know your neighbors, you've been working with your neighbors, and y'all building a community, you know, you got a little bit more leeway, all right? If things get really bad, yes, it will trickle down into the rural communities. Of course it will. It's going to take some time, though. But good thing about rural life, we live differently than city life, all right? We can see things coming before they arrive. There's another thing of communications with preps, you know, setting up posts and stuff, you know, that we have a routine. You know, I recommend working with a group. But if you're by yourself, and there's people here by themselves, spread your stuff out if you can. And no one wants to hear bug out, because I always think that when I say bug out, they think I mean living out in the woods for the rest of your life. That's not what I mean. I mean have a location that, if necessary, you have food and supplies that's hidden. You can travel on foot there. Might take you a few days to get there, but you have an escape route. You have a place that you can get resupplied up, and then you make your next move from there. All right, let's say that your house is overran. Well, odds are they're not going to move in it. They're going to raid it, take everything they can out of it. If you're lucky, they don't burn it down. Just depends on what type of groups coming at your house. At least you have something off-site that you and your family could be living off of, security, whatever. You have something in place. And then if you want to take back your place, well, that's your home. You know it better than anybody else. But, you know, just some ideas. But all these ideas, guys, you need to be working on. Not just writing it down on paper. All right? You need to actually be working on these things. Virginia Root, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Let's see here. Farmer Son, I'm a new stacker. Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. Save yourself. Good to see you, my friend. Saw that you're alive. Yeah. I'm up early because I got a busy day this morning. So I got some coffee brewing and stuff, guys. Also, special shout out to Kevlar Joe. It's a veteran-owned company, guys, that make their own coffee. We're not affiliated, but because it is a veteran-owned company, I'm happy to support them here. Our good friend, Crafty Veteran, who has his own YouTube channel, had contacted me on them, and I had to order one of those limited edition cups that they had. I had to get that. Unfortunately, my coffee is still brewing. I got Diet Dr. Pepper in this. Yep, part of my diet. I love my sodas, but they don't like me. So I have to drink Diet Dr. Pepper. All right, guys, scrolling through here. Southern Fried Prepper, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? This beats watching the Slimy Pukes Parrot Front on Unicorn Riot Channel. I don't know what that is, Baby Yaga. It sounds interesting. That's one of the late night films that you just like, whatever, it's on. Never heard of it. Guys, if you got any questions, stuff, make sure you put the @ symbol. It makes it easier for me to see it. So please make sure you put that there so I can find it. Hawkeye, I went to Walmart early and found 24 green cans of propane for $5.10 each, and 24 cans of Progressive soup at $2.16. Yeah, Hawkeye, I'm actually going to be picking up some more of the 1 pound green cans. They are 2 for $10. The last time I bought them, I have to see what the price is now. It's been about 2 months since I did the last haul on those. Now, those are the 1 pound guys. We have 25 pound propane. We also have 100 pounders, and we have the adapters. This grill back here, one of many. Always, these things are not very expensive. This one here is, I think, an Ozark Trail. I think it is. It was less than 40 bucks. So they had them on the shelf. Might as well buy a couple of them because we use them a lot. And they use the 1 pound, but also our adapter will hook up to our 25 pounders and also our 100 pounders. He's got his own regulator, and we can tap right on in on that. Propane lasts a very long time. We get the 1 pounders because they're convenient, but we don't need them, you know. But we keep them. I mean, we still get them. But propane is getting crazy. False walls to hide your stuff. Canned goods will fit in 2x4 wall support. Yes, they will, Larry. Absolutely, they will. I did a video back when I lived in Apopka, Florida. I was showing about false walls. The only thing, again, guys, I had a house fire when I lived in Oregon. I lost everything except for anything I had off-site. So keep that in mind. That was an electrical fire, and I lost everything in there except for my family. I got my family out, but everything else I own, gone. Everything in the basement, gone. It is burned down in it. So this is why I'll tell people, have other locations with supplies. Don't keep everything all in once. What you do have at home, yeah, put a false wall in. You know, that's a good idea, it really is. All right, scrolling through here. Tracy, a case of canned brown bed is $80 at Walmart online. I guess I don't need it as bad for my preps. About fell over. A case of canned brown bed. Are you talking about? I'm trying to remember the name of the product. It's bread in a can. If I'm on the same page as you, I've actually tried those. Those are actually okay. They have a metallic taste, in my opinion. They last a very long time. I cannot think of the name of the bread though, if it's one I'm thinking of. What we do, one, I cut out my bread out of my diet. That's part of my workout program, because bread and me, I love bread and it loves me back. It makes me fat really quick. I had to work on a lot of stuff, guys. You know, I was overweight. I was very unhealthy. Yeah, I still dip and smoke cigarettes. Yeah. But I was worried about the excessive weight I had built on myself. It was bothering my heart a lot. So we have flour, we have yeast, activated yeast, sugar, salt. You know, we got everything to make bread. I've done videos on making bread in a Dutch oven. That's back when we lived in Apopka. We have the availability to make it. We also have tortilla irons, stuff like that. We can actually make those. It's still a bread product, really. B&M bread. That's it. Thank you, Tracy. You're right. B&M bread. It's actually, you know, I don't mind it. It's good. They were a little pricey back in the day, but at that price, see, how many was in that case? A case of canned bread, $80. I'm guessing 12 or 24. Probably 24. That's expensive. Everything's just getting expensive. And it's going to get worse, guys. It is. It's simple economics, supply and demand. All right. Look at all these people with messed up sleep cycles. Yeah, including me. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, it's been 12 cans at 80 bucks. Wow. That's crazy, Tracy. But I believe it, because anything that lasts a long time like that, some call it gimmicky items. You know, it's bread in a can. It lasts a very long time. Prices go up, you know, everything from the process of making and stuff like that. But we're going to see that in everything. Prices of everything's going to be going up. You know, I've done a shout out to Prepping by Faith. She started a channel here on YouTube, pretty recent. And I keep talking about one of her recent videos where she done the photo comparison over like a course of 3 months on food products at the exact same store, showing each month the price increase. Most of you guys and gals, it's just the way I talk, you guys know the food, what's going on with food. You can see the prices, mainly because we actually cook at home. You know, we don't go to the stores, and, well, we don't go to drive-through. We don't go out to eat places. I mean, my wife works at a restaurant. Even there, she's talking about the prices and stuff, and we're seeing everything go up, and it's going to continue to go up. Let me look down here, guys, and just look in the chat. Every time I'm looking down, guys, I'm looking at this phone here so I can keep up with everybody. Thomas from Austria, good to see you, my friend. 9:28 a.m. here. Well, I hope that you got a big old pot of coffee on, my friend. Silver is great, but I've been investing in ammo, Dewbu. I definitely agree you should. Having ways of protecting your supplies and your family. You need that. So if you have the availability and you can legally purchase firearms, you can legally purchase and store ammunition, absolutely. Absolutely. I have no fantasy dreams of fighting M1 Abrams, but I believe you still need to be able to protect your family from every other group that wants to take your stuff. Just be vigilant. Always know it's not going to be like the movies where you see people just walking, easy targets. That's not going to, people's going to be throwing lead back too. So be training on this stuff, guys. Definitely be training on it. I canned chicken last week. Tomorrow canning and dehydrating fresh salmon. I have never had dehydrated salmon. You know what? I need to try that. I like salmon. I got a dehydrator. I've smoked a lot of fish, dried out fish. I've never tried it on my dehydrator though. I have to give that a try. See how well that does. Lewis, good to see you, my friend. Good morning, Owl family. Oh, good to see you, my friend. Those awake aren't going to get it caught asleep. Yeah. Ghetto, good to see you, brother. Salmon jerky. Fact is though, fish, dried fish lasts a very long time. Salt cured fish also lasts a very long time. Something to look into, really is. I store up tuna. Tuna has mercury in it, of course it does, but I've eaten tuna my whole life. Just fish is a big part of my diet. It's real good for your blood pressure and stuff like that. Broiled fish, it really is. Part of me fears ammo for barter. That one there I don't recommend doing, guys, but to each their own. I don't recommend bartering self-defense items like that, only because you're possibly arming somebody that knows that now you have something. So just be smart about it. I'll leave that decision up to you guys on that one. I'm not keen on bartering ammo. I'm really not. But to each their own on that. Prep how you want to on that. All right. Your scenario might be different. We don't know how SHTF is going to hit us. There's many different types of scenarios that can happen. All right. I believe we're going to be a slow slip that we're seeing. Food's going to get priced out. When, and I do say when, because I honestly believe it will happen, a global conflict happens, it's going to affect us. It's going to affect everything. Right here in America, we keep on seeing fuel shortages, natural gas shortages, stuff like that in other countries. But we don't have to worry about it. We're not there, right? It eventually come here. And that's why we prep. That way, everything you got, and it's in a normal rotational stock, means you're not having a grocery shop, because you're always eating off of it. You're just replacing it later. All right, you're always replacing it. It's just a very large food pantry. Kind of like what we used to do when I grew up in the mountains. When we had winter coming up, that sucker was stocked full. That way we didn't have to try to go down the side of a mountain in an ice storm. Same process. All right, guys, sounds like I've got rain coming, so it's probably going to be getting loud on the microphone. Just want to come on and talk to you guys for a little bit. Keep on prepping, but don't be scared about anything. Again, I'm not attacking any channel that's actually, showing this news, because it is news that you need to be watching. You need to see what's going on. You need to hear what they're saying, but don't react out of fear. Keep to your game plan. Once a week, or once a paycheck. All right, some people don't have a weekly paycheck. I get paid once a month, and then I get my affiliate payments whenever they come in. And then I make my decision to go buy. I space mine out every week so I can still make a weekly prep film, but you know, I get paid once a month. So for those, just make your plan. I did see somebody had said buying all that stuff at one time makes you a target. That's a very good point. It could. I shop around multiple stores. I don't just go to one store, because usually when I go to one store, I'm running into a lot of holes on the shelves. So I have to go to other stores. So just be smart. You know, I live in a rural area. I know what vehicles belong down here, and I also know when someone's been following me for a while. It's not the big city where I'm at, so it's quite easy to tell if someone's watching you. So just keep your head on the swivel. Keep prepping like you've been doing. Don't go into debt to go prep. Don't. All right? Try to keep money on hand. Case in point, the shutdown. Having money on hand when the banks, all right, like I said, with our banks, we couldn't even get into the bank. You had to go through the drive-through, and you can only pull out a certain amount. That was it. That was it. You couldn't just pull out money. They put limits on everything. So always keep money on hand. Now, if it's an economic crash, yeah, your dollars ain't gonna be worth squat. But until that happens, we try to prepare for as much as possible all at once. All right. Another shutdown event, cash on hand, works great. I don't leave money in my accounts as far as banking accounts and PayPals and stuff like that, guys. When it goes in there, I pull it. I don't leave anything digital. I already know if I'm going to be buying something online. I already have it all planned out. I make my order. The rest of it, I don't leave it in there. Because all they got to do is lock you out. And they will. They will. They can. So, one of the most famous sayings from people that stack precious metals: if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And that's true. That's true with everything. If you don't have possession of it, when it comes down to it, you don't own it. All right? So keep on stocking up your food. Before you get into precious metals, again, guys, like I've always said, get food. Get stuff to sustain your life. Always get that stuff first. All right? You can't eat silver. I know, you can make colloidal silver, but that's not going to keep you alive when you're starving to death. You can drink that all day long. It's not going to fill you up, and, you know, you're going to be alive 21 days later. You need nutrition. All right? So make sure you got food. Make sure you have a way of protecting your family, your property. Make sure you got all these things, guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I've got some work to do. I know it's still dark 30 out here. Yeah, I work all kind of weird hours. All right, guys. Definitely appreciate you hanging out with me. Keep on prepping. Speak to y'all later.